The repair shop's Susie Fletcher reveals how the show helped her heal from personal struggles. Susie Fletcher is always a familiar name to audiences who love the show The Repair Shop, where she appears as an expert in restoring antiques, especially leather products. With her meticulousness and great talent, Susie has attracted admiration from many fans around the world. However, few people know that behind the facade of a successful and stable woman, Susie has experienced many difficulties, sufferings and injuries in life. The show The Repair Shop is not only a place for her to show her talent, but also a journey of deep healing in Susie's soul. One day in May, while preparing for a new recording, Susie decided to share part of her life story with the public. This is the first time she has revealed in detail what the show has helped her overcome, from past challenges to difficulties in her personal life. When Susie first entered the world of The Repair Shop, her life was not easy. Although she always appeared confident and strong on television, few people knew that Susie had experienced a great shock when her grandmother, who was like a second mother to her, suddenly passed away. She was the person who raised and cared for Susie since she was a child, who inspired her about art and restoration techniques. Her death came when Susie was at a difficult time in her life. It was when she had to face the greatest loss, a mental shock that she had never prepared for. Although she had good friends and family by her side, the feeling of emptiness and loneliness always haunted her, especially when she remembered the beautiful memories with her grandmother. She was the only person who understood me. She taught me how to persevere and work hard. When she died, I felt like a part of me was gone, Susie recalled in a conversation. After her grandmother's death, Susie felt like she was left in a world full of hardships. She not only had to deal with the pain of loss, but also with the emptiness in her soul. The feeling of loss overwhelmed her in the following months. She tried to find joy in her work, but the pain still followed, making each passing day more difficult. To cope with the feeling of loneliness and despair, Susie began to turn to work as a way to escape her negative thoughts. She immersed herself in restoring antiques, which helped her temporarily forget her personal difficulties. However, work could not be the only therapy. Susie gradually realized that she needed to do something to overcome the emotional storm inside her. One of Susie's next big challenges in her career came when she started working on The Repair Shop. Although she had a lot of experience restoring antiques, the show took her out of her comfort zone and into front of a national audience. At first, Susie felt nervous and lacking in confidence. She feared that she would not be able to meet the expectations of the audience and her colleagues. When I first started, I thought I couldn't do it. The show required a lot of finesse and delicacy. I had never worked in such a spotlight. But luckily, I had a great team and colleagues who helped me overcome that fear, Susie shared. Gradually, Susie began to feel the joy of working on the show. She realized that each time she successfully restored an antique, it was not only a professional accomplishment but also a form of healing for her soul. The work requires meticulousness, patience, and attention to detail, and these are the factors that have helped Susie find inner peace. One of Susie's most profound memories was when she restored an old lady's leather bag. The bag had been kept by her for many years and held many fond memories. As she began the work, Susie realized that the bag was like a part of her grandmother's past that she never wanted to forget. As she painstakingly restored each detail of the bag, Susie felt like she was reconnecting with her deceased grandmother's memories. It was a strange feeling when I restored that bag. I felt like I was continuing the journey my grandmother had started. It was really healing. I wasn't just restoring an object, I was restoring a precious memory, Susie recalls with emotion in her eyes. This work taught Susie that everything in life can be restored and healed. Every time she restored an item, she felt that she was also restoring herself, little by little. After a long period of feeling lost, Susie began to realize that the repair shop program not only helped her connect with her past but also helped her find a new direction in life. She was no longer just an antique restorer, but a woman who found peace in her work and in the hearts of others. The program became a place for Susie to find herself again. The touching stories from customers, the restored family memorabilia that brought joy to the owners helped Susie realize the true value of the work she did. The memorabilia were not just inanimate objects but also vivid memories of people who left their mark on life. While working on the repair shop has helped Susie overcome many difficulties in her personal life, she also recognizes that the power of community is an important factor in her healing. The words of encouragement from the audience, the stories shared by colleagues and customers have made Susie feel less alone. People are always willing to share their stories, and I feel truly blessed to be able to help them restore precious memories. The show has not only helped me help others, but also helped me heal myself, Susie says. She finds that the show not only brings joy to others but also serves as a vehicle for her to rebuild important relationships in her life. The stories, sharing, and emotional bonds between her and the program participants have become an integral part of her healing process. Now, after a long time of facing difficulties and pain, Susie can proudly look back on the path she has traveled. She is no longer the woman who once felt lonely and hopeless. Susie realizes that every difficulty, every challenge she has gone through is part of the process of growing and healing. The repair shop program has helped me a lot. It is not only a job, but a place where I find healing. Through each antique, I also learn how to restore myself. I have found peace in my work and in loving relationships, Susie shared in a final interview. The program not only helped her find peace of mind but also opened new chapters in her life. She learned to love herself and appreciate what she has, no matter how painful her past was. After all, Susie Fletcher is not only a talented restorer but also a strong and resilient woman. The difficulties in life could not break her, but on the contrary, they helped her grow and find a new path full of hope. She learned how to heal not only antiques but also herself, and through that, she also helped those around her find joy and peace in life. For Susie, the repair shop is not just a TV show but an important part of her life's healing journey.